Hello everyone, welcome back. We've got the French Derby, I promised it. We've got it coming up right now. We'll talk for only a short while because these players are eager to get into the game. Most of them are already in the lobby, so I think we'll have maybe Pasta joining me for one question and then we'll hand it off to the casters very, very early on. So Pasta, just very
Hello.
quickly, looking at these two teams, is there any information that you would like to share with me? Anything that you looked into with this map perhaps as well?
Well, the map is Clubhouse, and I'm shocked about that because NeedOne have not won this map this year. That's the main thing going into this. NeedOne have not won this map at all this year. They've played it 4 times, lost it 4 times. So Illes might be sweating a bit because remember, NeedOne need to win this map. Regulation or overtime doesn't matter. NeedOne need to win for Illes to go through, and they don't have a great track record on Clubhouse. Vega might have a very good chance of going through to playoffs here.
All right, it's gonna be a straight up just Vega win, they go through. Vega lose, they don't go through. It
Yep.
doesn't matter the scoreline. There's no round differential or anything. It's very, very simple. Vega just need to have either 7 or in overtime 8 rounds, and that's what gets them through into the playoffs. That's all they're gonna look for. If they get that match point, they need to try and close it out. And if they have match point against them, they really need to fight back. ND, NeedOne agency, they're already out.
Yeah.
They cannot qualify anymore, but they can gatekeep Vega if they want to. This is a French opponent, so these two are both French teams. They probably have somewhat similar playstyles, not too dissimilar from one another. And so NeedOne, they can just play gatekeeper if they want to.
Yeah.
So very quickly, Noctish, any players that you're looking at for this game, maybe? I've noticed that Likafak is not playing today.
Yeah, I kind of want to see, want to know where who he went with. Maybe BD has had some screams or plans, whatever. But yeah, we see a complete NeedOne roster versus complete Vega roster. It is going to be interesting. I'm looking for Axon and Banshee on NeedOne agency, and to people's probably surprised, I want to see what will happen with YMK from Vega.
Oh yeah, YMK definitely. Was great last game. All right, the game is ready. We're moving into the operator ban phase, so I'll throw it to the casters. Puffer, Leo, take it away. It's all yours.
All right. Thank you very much, Rudy Prince, as we're going to be heading over to Clubhouse. Maybe not something completely unique. It's not Skyscraper or something fancy, but Clubhouse is classic, and we all love to see it. As, of course, the first ban is going to be Dokkaebi from the side of NeedOne. Now, what is your opinion on that, Leo?
I don't know. He just didn't even react to the Dokkaebi ban. For you, it's just normal.
Yeah, I mean, Dokkaebi, have you been introduced to the Impact EMPs?
I believe so. In between streams, right? In between games.
I hope so. It's pretty much just an impact that works as a Thatcher grenade, but a bit smaller of a radius. That's all there is. Pretty much, Dokkaebi has it, and it's very good. Kind of putting Thatcher out of the match, and also her utility to clear out roamers is very good. But along that, it's going to be Nook and Fenrir. Fenrir, one of the newer operators, already taken off the board this early on. A bit sad because we always love to see new ops get kind of introduced into the comp scene, but I guess we're gonna have to maybe stick with a bit of Osa and Azami action.
Right. Okay, and what's the deal with that Fenrir? Like, why are people banning him?
Well, he is the new operator, and he does have a lot of potential. Besides the gun and the gadget, it's kind of the pressure you get, or actually the pressure you don't get to deliver as an attacker when you're pushing something. If a Fenrir gadget manages to block your sight, block your view, whatever, you can't cut off the rotation you would normally want to. You can't push correctly. And, the defenders also get some sort of notification that they can push you, and the attacker is in a lot more danger than the defender. So it kind of switches the tides on a push. Let's say someone's stuck in a corner. Right, 2 people are pinching him from left and right. The player on the left gets Fenrir, can't see much, and the player on the right is then in a 1v1 with that operator they're trying to pick. So that's kind of the gadget Fenrir kind of brings, and just a bit more of a deadly Melusi, you could say, at some point. So yeah, I would assume that's
interesting. It's definitely interesting.
Yes.
Okay, I mean, it looks like we're going to church here on the first round, and I mean, that's definitely one of the strongest sites on this map, probably the strongest one right now. I'm curious to
10 seconds
see
left.
how the defense is gonna play this one. It looks like they
5 seconds
might
left
go for a little
before
bit of an
insertion.
early roam here, but nothing too crazy. It looks like
Attackers are
we're gonna
moving out to
go
locate a bomb and
mostly
defuse it.
for Turtle after this initial drone phase of the attackers.
Could be not, but maybe we're also going to be seeing similar aggression as Team 86 brought in the early match, previous match. As, of course, I mean, I'm looking at these lineups and oh my, are they interesting. I mean, we've got the Ying with the Fuse, which is just a deadly combination overall. Yana Hibana to, you know, get the frags and the throwers, the hatches, and a Zero for pretty much everything. He has hard breach devices, he has soft breaches with the secondary, a good gun, and of course intel. So he's just a jack of all trades, you could say. And the defenders, it's the Zami and Mira. I would be scared. That's all I'm gonna say.
I think what's interesting right now is that we do have the Capcan still playing at the top floor here, and I don't know if if they even droned him out, right?
Could not be. Maybe not. This could be really bad for them if they didn't.
Set to blow it up. Going live.
I'm not too sure. I want to see what's gonna happen with that, but hatches are being opened as we say that,
Replicating.
and it looks like the Ayana is gonna clear out the rest of the pathing towards the site. Jaeger is gonna get droned by the Ayana clone here, and he's gonna fall back right towards blue. So it looks like pretty much like a standard turtle here towards the bottom side here, and Fuse is gonna use his gadget to clear out army. Fight in tunnel here. The
Zero.
sorry. What's the name of that op?
The zero. It is the
Oh,
number
that's-
0.
Oh yeah. The 0. A 3v4 right now for the defense here, and another fuse charge is gonna go in. 1 minute on the clock here, and it's definitely gonna make it difficult for the attackers, as Jaeger is still holding down the blue.
Yeah, most definitely the fuse coming in. It's not only going to obstruct the path and kind of the positioning of the defenders, there's also going to be a soon-held gunfight in the side of blue. Right now, Yana seeming to sneak up. She gets caught, and there comes the Jaeger with the Echo
Ooh.
combination. A very good kill, and also managing to make it even better for the defending side of themselves. There comes the Echo, very annoying gadget, you could say. Kind of not letting you roam around as freely, as it's a 2v4, and they don't have much to go off. They don't have a main breach. They don't really have much pressure on the defenders. They can just hold the main lines of sight, and that should be about it. I mean, with time remaining, they can just go for kills, but I doubt they're going to get 4 in a matter of 10 seconds.
Yeah, they're just gonna pray for the best right now. Ying is gonna throw it, Candela's down, gonna drop down, and I mean, of course, it's a crazy crossfire. No chance of winning that. Echo is gonna clean that one up, and I mean, that's a nice round for defense. But I mean, it is expected to hold down Church this effectively, right?
hmm I mean, you did see, though, why the Zami would be considered strong. We saw Dirt being closed off by the wall.
Oh,
We saw
yeah.
Echo being protected from Blue.
That's game
Echo-
changing.
That's the thing. She is that strong. It's either Soulless
Attackers
or a
need to
Zami.
locate
One of
and
them has
defuse
to be
bomb.
out, because both of them, it's dangerous. I'm gonna say it like
No,
that.
but
You
there's
can't-
no way that Solus is that game changing.
Not necessarily as much as a Zami, but not having those pre-play drones and that amount of intel. I mean, she can also see people
Yeah, that's
planting.
true.
She can see people, the hard
Yeah.
breaches. She can see every gadget. So it's still very annoying.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I mean, we're gonna be going to inside of Cash. And ironic how CC used to be played so oftenly. Now it's kind of just left out due to it's kind of just used as an extension
10 seconds
for
left.
for gym and bedroom. I mean, you know, with how reliant it is on main breach, and how easy it is to get that main breach, people did start to notice it may not be the best, especially Maverick, Ace, Impact TMPs, Thatcher, Ibana, Thermite. Oh my god, the list keeps on going.
Yeah, and it looks like we're not even gonna be doing anything denied too much. We're just gonna be using those mute jammers. Not even any impacts or any bandit tricking. Nothing that's really gonna stop the attackers from opening that wall, at least as far as I can see. And yeah, they're gonna be opening that cash hatch really fast, and Ace is gonna get the first frag of this round on the unaware player that was Ben, who was not ready for his head to be blown off that early in the round.
Most definitely not. No, I wouldn't either. I mean, it's also kind of a hard angle to work off from the inside of Logi. So, yeah, right now you do not want to focus too much on denial here. You don't want to bring a Kate or a Bandit because, like I said, Breach is very much easier than on this map than on the others, you could say, especially with the Thatcher. Like I've counted all the things up, so you just want to waste a bit of time and then a bit of gadgets before with that mute. So, I mean, the Ace coming out along with the Thatcher could. This strat, I mean, this could also be iterated for Jacuzzi and a CC Breach. So, you know, you just cut off as much rotation, clear out as much, but that takes time. So there's that issue. And the attackers, they've gotten a lot of ground cover. They've gotten themselves a good kill, but what now?
I mean, I would say this is a really effective roam clear. You start around with a 5v4. It's 1:30 on the clock, and you already have all of CCTV. I mean, you're sitting pretty, right? You're sitting comfortably, I would say. You're gonna use those EMPs to open up that wall. I mean, there's no tricking, as we said, no impacts as well. So you're gonna open the wall, no problem. And the defense is really gonna feel the pressure from both sides now, because you have cash control. You're pressuring the defense from that side, and you have the gym wall open as well, the bathroom wall, I mean. Right, so you feel pressure from both sides, and that's what defense is feeling right now. 55 seconds on the clock, and it looks like Ash is going to try and make her way towards the cross here, so we're going to have a little bit of a showdown here.
Yeah, I mean, it's right now gonna be getting into gunfights really soon. I mean, okay, the Ace has taken a bit of damage, but that's still not a man down. The nades are gonna be coming out, the utility's gonna be getting used. We still have flashes and one frag on the side of attack. Although defense has one C4, it's not gonna help much when the one player is carrying C4 gets taken out along with the Jaeger. A double kill coming in, a triple from the side of the Ace, and do we finish it off? Oh, it's gonna be close. Logi gets contested, it's gonna be behind the desk. And of course, the pistol inside is going to be, I do not want to butcher that name, so I'm just going to say Ace, finishing it off nice and smooth.
I would say it's Prax. Probably Prax.
Yeah, probably. I was going to say
Let me see that again.
I was going to say Perv,
Wait.
but
okay, I think
yeah,
it's
we
Prax.
did. Yeah, we got confirmation from the side of production that it is Prax. Thank you very much.
Right.
Because I was about to have some like accusations on a player, which
Yeah. Perfect.
I do apologize.
All in all, though, that roam clear was really effective, and I think
Yeah.
it was a really good attack by Vega. I mean, they started it off really nicely with a really fast hatch being opened, an explosion there, and a kill coming fast in on a player who was definitely unaware that that he will need to face a player that earlier in the round in that position. So starting in a 5v4, and they cleared CCTV so fast, so effectively, and then rotated as fast as possible on the roof towards the other side of the building, opened up the actual wall of the site itself, the hallway towards gym and bathroom, and then 1:30 on the clock, and you have all of that pressure on the site. I mean, that creates such an effective pinch on the site itself that at that point it's just a matter of time, right? It's just a matter of you playing on the windows and a matter of time, because those gunfights are gonna happen, and with you holding those windows, you're always gonna have the advantage. So great job by Vega.
I feel like this map is also maybe gonna, or this round, that map, is gonna depend off of this one gadget. You see the Brava, you know she's kind of like a Twitch, but instead of destroying, she hacks the gadget. Now the defense team, they have an Alibi, a Maestro, a Omai, an Echo, and a Thunderbird. All of these gadgets can very much be hacked, along with the proximity mice and a bulletproof camera. So we could be having some very useful Brava hacks. She's already going off on it, so you know, with that in mind, it's gonna be an interesting way. Maybe we're gonna see some shocks from the side of Maestro, you know, onto the defending side. But yeah, right now we see it again. Like you mentioned, it's a really fast clear. That is even more turtle than it was before.
Yeah, definitely. But the side this time is actually bar, and it's downstairs, so if the defense is not going to be able to flank effectively here or hold the top floor, which they are not doing right now, they're gonna have a big problem holding the site. So we're gonna see how this is gonna go. Thunderbird is on the flank here. She's on the catwalk right now, and she's just looking for the right timing, right? And at the moment, she's not moving at all. She's just gonna wait for the cue. She's probably waiting for her teammates to call it out at the right time. And she's gonna, oh, it looks like she's gonna make her move. Ben is moving up. He's gonna get the first one. He's gonna get the second one, and nice 2K for Ben here. And I mean, that's the roam that I was talking about. That's that flank, right? Now it's chaos and comms. 1 minute on the clock, but it doesn't really matter. Thermite is on site, but again, it doesn't matter. Defense is all around them right now, and it's just chaos at this point.
Yeah, I feel like the non-reinforced CC and all of that was kind of a plan for NeedOne. They wanted the attackers to get that easily and quickly, so the defenders could, in the late round, you know, could of course kind of pinch them in and use that to their advantage, as of course it's going to be the Thunderbird coming in onto Pozo and of course making it a 4v1. And yeah, Prax right now being a bit more stuck. He may be pretty much next to site, but that's not going to help him when the defenders are just pinching him all together, and that's going to be, of course, the Maestro with the nice finish.
Good answer, nice answer here by the defense here. And it doesn't look like Vega expected that one, right? I mean, well played by Thunderbird, by the player who played Thunderbird, to be honest, because you saw him. He was patient. He was just sitting there on catwalk, really just holding the angle on the window and not really making a move. He just waited for the right sound cue, and he was really patient with it, and it paid off, right? He heard the Thatcher droning. He sneaked up behind him. He got basically 2 kills almost for free, I would say. There was definitely a gunfight on the second one, but I mean, a pretty easy one, right? And then at that point, it's just up to the rest of your team kind of using that chaos to win their own gunfights, right? Because for me, when I'm playing and I know that my teammate is flanking at that point and he just got 2 or 3 kills, I know that it's time for me to move on as well on the other side of the map, because there's chaos that comes right now, and it's time to move on and create some more chaos on the other side. So great timing, great game sense, and well played overall. I'm not sure if that was the actual strat for Thunderbird to flank at that point, but regardless, well played for him.
Yeah, I mean, right now, NeedOne is looking at a very good start, especially, I mean, okay, they are on defense, which would be a bit more suitable for more maps, but, I mean, if they can keep it up before the wall swap happens to have it to a 6-2, it would be a very good start. And, I mean, there comes kind of the Solus being a bit more useful. Could have been, but even the Legion did manage to take out that drone. So, yeah, right now, the utilities coming not in so heavily, but most definitely the drones are, and the intel is kind of just flowing in.
Yeah, I mean, you say all that puffer, but they actually defended bar successfully. That used to be the curse site on this map. I don't know if it's still the case, but I'm sure it's not that easy to hold.
Yeah, I mean, right now they're kind of fighting for this just pretty much control over the side of CC and Catch, which they should be doing, but it's probably not going to work again to, you know, it's not going to work again to kind of pinch them. They're probably expecting, at least from the side of the attackers, as this is going to be a bit more time-wasty of a strat, and yeah.
Yeah, they're not capable of actually wasting a lot of time here. Vega cleared the roamers really effectively, really fast, just like they did before. And they already have CCTV control already with 1:30 on the clock and a kill as well. So a 5v4, and it's the exact same situation that we had before. Remember, I told you this, 1:30 on the clock. They're opening both side walls. They have the entire map control, and now they're going to pressure the windows, and they're just going to do the same thing. They're going to have the player with the fuser on the windows, just pressuring the side, and they're going to play for these kills. And it's just a matter of time now, right? Because NeedOne needs... They have to give these gunfights to the attackers now, and the attackers have the advantage. You're already holding these angles.
Yeah, most definitely. Ben getting taken out, though, is not going to be good, especially because it is the Azami player, which could have come in useful just a bit more if she had any gadgets left. And it seems like it's going to be right now Basher below the window gets taken out by Prax, and in the meanwhile, it's going to be also Arzen with one of his own. That's going to be right now Matarux getting taken out. And yeah, it's a 4v2 yet again. It seems like it's a bit of a switch. It seems like they're going just kind of switching rounds, or, you know, you could say they're trading rounds like in the previous match. And a very nice shot onto the side of Arzen, leaving Amos alone right now. And, you know,
but they know where he's at.
that is not good. Oh, doesn't matter though. Gets one onto Prax. Right now, it seems like it's going to be Pozo going for one. He gets the plan down, but he's going to be finishing it off very nicely.
That's a nice try, but I mean, I remember that ice situation from the past that we used to plant, or any team used to plant inside a bedroom, and the last player is in Logi. It's just almost impossible. What are you gonna do? Because the only way for you to run into the site and actually deny the plant, if you plant properly, is to run through the door or through the rotation, and both of these angles are already held, right? So what can you really do? You just need to win crazy gunfights, and I mean, that usually doesn't happen, right?
Attackers need to locate
For me,
and defuse bombs.
it's actually NeedOne disappointing me a little bit, because after they played bar really effectively and had that flank and the roam and created all of that chaos and kind of outplayed Vega on the round number 3. On the previous round, they just kind of repeated the same mistake that they had before in bedroom and didn't really change the strat at all, and just did the exact same thing. So a lot of question marks there. I'm not too sure what the plan was, because they played it the exact same way.
Yeah, I mean, it is a bit questionable, but we're still going to have to keep on going. I mean, these teams right now are looking decently equal. You could say very equal to how the last match went. But without further ado, I mean, there's aggression as well from the side of NeedOne right now, still going at it. Oxy getting some damage taken off of him, but not completely, as Prax is going to be getting taken down by the Oryx, aka Arzen. So, you know, this is an extremely good early pick, as it's the main hard breacher. You have secondary gadget, you know, from the side of Zero and the Ying, but that's not going to help out too much.
Yeah, definitely a bit awkward using the secondary gadget as a hard breach, right? You want the Hibana for the hatches for sure, because all of the C4s that you have in play for the defense right now, and they have 2 actually, so definitely gonna be a problem when you're gonna be placing down those secondary hard breaches on the floor to open those hatches. But we're gonna see what Vega is gonna do with that. For me, I'm still gonna give the advantage, not of this round, but of this game overall to Vega, just because of the way they're playing right now. I feel like they have a bit of they're playing the map a little bit better, but we're gonna see how it's gonna pan out. Thatcher is gonna, oh no, the C4 is gonna catch the Ying here on the hatch, just like I said before. Thatcher is gonna open the floor with the breaches here, and they're gonna try and create some vertical pressure here, but with, I don't know, without the Hibana on the board and with the 130 on the clock here, and with all that pressure here on the attackers, I'm not sure what's gonna happen right now. Zero is maybe gonna run down the main stairs and get a lot of kills.
Maybe if he allows him the enemy team to be put into 1v1 situations. Never mind. Yeah, it's gonna be Arzen finishing off YMK, and well, there we have it, a 2v5 situation. Actually, a 2v4. Nov going for 1. He manages to take out Basher. So, especially the Echo, you know, can't use the drones anymore, so that's going to be some sort of useful utility. They're going to have to play aggressive, and to put yourself in 1v1 situations isn't most definitely the easiest thing, especially when you're in a man disadvantage like this, and also when your position is revealed.
Yeah, but they know the position of both players right now, and one is pushing from blue and the other is pushing from tunnel. I mean, both sides are really hard to push, especially when you have all of these guns looking at you and this Mira window. Just a matter of time until Mira is going to win that gunfight. And surely she will, but it's a triple for Thatcher right now. So Warden and Oryx, they need to make this happen somehow. They need to close it out. The 2v1 right now, so much pressure on these players. Thatcher is on side. It is a 1v2. Oryx is going to be rushing down the side. He's looking for that gunfight. He's not going to be able to find it, but Oryx will. He's going to be able to finish it off from the main stairs. He's going to clear off that Thatcher, and he's going to be able to win the round. I mean, it did get hairy a little bit. I felt like Vega might, they might clutch it out, although it was a 1v4.
Yeah, I mean, it was very close. Thatcher managed to get himself a double, actually a triple, if you count all the kills. And it was getting there, but of course, no one expects an Oryx from main stairs when you're invading side directly. But I'm going to be actually very interested to maybe see Prax using the Blitz in full action, especially with Blitz. I'm not so sure how well versed Blitz is in the current meta, but with that, I mean, he can still be used in any sort of way. This is competitive. You can pull out.
I guess it could be really useful on Catwalk. I guess it would be. I mean, that's how people used to use Monty back then. Like they would just. I don't know if they still do that, but they would just like when you would really struggle with clearing Catwalk and you know for sure that you're playing against the CCTV on the site, then you would just bring out a Monty. If you had a good Monty with good communication, and he would just push up the staircase, and as long as he's not a smoke holding the 90 angle and the Catwalk, then you should have an easier time clearing out. So maybe that's the plan. Oh no.
Yeah, it's going to be team kill. There was a skin on Izami, which sadly is banned.
Oh,
so,
unfortunate.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate. So we're going to be no protest though. They're just going to be simply fine with a team kill. So thank you very much from the side of Vega for not making things, too complicated. But matters not. Right now we're going to be looking at a bit of a split push. I mean, we have the Buck and the Yana going side of Jacuzzi. Just, you don't want to push from one side alone because, I mean, that's very, very exploitable for the side of defense. So, taking it and putting pressure points on just multiple at once is probably the probable thing. As, of course, we do see a smoke, which isn't very common in these days, which I do want to see some smoke hits. I'm going to be completely honest.
Yeah. Oh, I hate. By the way, I hate shooting drones with that gun, with that Kate gun.
Yeah, the TCSG it is very wonky.
It's not meant for that. Oh no, that's not the run you want to make, Smoke. Unlucky for Basha.
A very bad operator to do it as well, especially with Smoke being so essential in the end game. Kate does manage to avenge him, and another kill coming from the side of Thomas. That's going to be, of course, Oxide getting taken out. And now, it seems like the attackers are going to be a bit more in trouble, even with the team kill in progress at the start of the round. And this main breach is most definitely going to be even worse.
Yeah, NeedOne is definitely coming back in this round. I mean, starting it out with a 4v5 because because of the unfortunate situation with the skin right there. I mean, that always happens, but then it always gives you the little bit of more motivation to win the round. To like make it and stick it to the man and win the 4v5 regardless of what happened before. So it looks like they're managing to do that, at least right now, with 3v2 right now, and they still have the catwalk control. They still have full side control, obviously, and they don't really need to hold anything special besides the breach itself.
Yeah, I mean, especially with the Thermite and, of course, the last two players remaining outside the main breach. Actually, was Garage Door and main breach. It doesn't matter,
kills.
though. It's going to be, of course, the Valkyrie, aka Matter Rocks, finishing it off with a nice double kill. And just to sprinkle in, it's a 4 against 2 score. Going over to the attack, NeedOne Agency is going to be having a bit more of a chill, a fresh continuation onto the opposing role, you could say, as attack could be considered harder. Although, like with Oregon, Villa, Clubhouse, it's been in the competitive scene so long in this map that attacking isn't something new. It's just defense is a bit more comfortable.
Yeah, it also could be one of these games where it doesn't really matter what's the meta and what's more comfortable and what not. Especially because both of these teams are from the same country, right? So I'm sure they know each other, and the players probably know each other, and maybe they even play ranked together sometimes. So that changes everything,
Yeah.
When both teams are from the same country and the playstyles are similar, and especially if you know the other players personally, and that's how usually it goes in the competitive scene because it's so small and tight. If all of these players are French, or at least most of them, then they probably know each other, and that really changes everything. Then the meta doesn't matter at all. The game just changes.
The game, yeah, I mean, you do have a point, but it's still, both of these teams I mean, not only is it just these two teams that need to win, like we got from the side of hosts and analysts. If right now, I do believe if NeedOne win, they will be allowing IAS from the previous match to continue.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's not just them really.
Yeah, so ILS is definitely rooting for NeedOne right now. If you guys missed that before, then yeah, if Vega loses this one, then ILS will be proceeding, and if Vega wins, then ILS will be eliminated. So so yeah, ILS.
Yeah.
Hopefully you're watching, and hopefully you're rooting for the right team.
Let's hope so. I mean, their placings do depend on it, but with how it's going, they should be pretty happy. I mean, NeedOne agency is 2 rounds up, so they're looking pretty comfortable. And I mean, if they continue it up on the attacking side, they're playing it pretty safely, it seems like, and also progressing not at a bad pace. They just need to take out this red player we're in now, which could be most definitely difficult, especially the zombie again. That's why she's so... Oh no.
Oh no, top of the metal stairs right now. I mean, they really need to clear out that one mine right now.
Yeah, I mean,
he's wasting a lot of time.
Oh my god, not just that, but he actually managed to finish the job, taking out Basher. Does he get another? That's the zombie barrier. They don't have much utility to waste on it. I mean, they have a frag grenade, but the Ash is all out of the charges. So this zombie wall is going to be staying up, but a nice vertical play from the side of Arson, managing to take him out, putting on some more damage onto the zombie as she retreats back into construction.
This is enough, because if you notice it, Vega doesn't focus too much on their CCTV hold. They have another mirror window towards Logi here, so they definitely have another layer of defense here towards the site. So I don't know if NeedOne has the time to deal with everything right now, unless the crouch walk from Yana is gonna make everything or break everything right here and right now. Oh, that breach kill though, that almost never happens. What?
You know, it's an interesting way to go out with a bang, but from a
oh, they don't know where Yana's at. Yana's on side. She's gonna get in your bathroom. Oh my god, the Cade was unaware, but it doesn't matter. He's gonna die from the window, and Castle is stuck right now in cash. Plant is going down, and what are you gonna do now, Rax?
Oh my god, managing to take out the Thatcher, but the Ash is there to finish the job. Can we just take a second on that? Yana crouch walking into sight, taking out the player in bathroom, and of course, kind of distracting the Logi player to force push her into him also getting taken out. And I mean, the soft breach kill going out with a bang. Can it be any more, you know, favorite for NeedOne, managing to get themselves to 5-2? And what's even worse right now, he said maybe they know each other, but I still feel like if right now NeedOne get to a 6-2 score, so they're at a match point, Vega is going to be under some, most definitely under some sort of pressure.
Yeah, Buffer, I thought what's going to make or break that round is going to be the Yana crouch walking up the main stairs, but apparently it's a soft breach going off.
It's a soft breach. Who needs players when you have soft breaches?
Hey, I mean, just place them on walls and hope for the best, I guess.
Yeah,
you know,
I
think it never happened to me. I think I never died to a player breaching me ever.
I don't.
Right? Oh wait, that doesn't sound right.
Well, we know what you mean, but you know, some people have had that. You could even consider a trauma, because if you ever hear a soft breach, you're running for your life. I mean, I have trauma from Blitzplay.
Oh, I just shoot the wall.
Oh, fair enough. Same goes for Fuse.
That's right. That's my first instinct, right? Just shoot the wall,
yeah.
bro.
Or you could do the same for Fuse. You know, you hear it on the window, just shoot the window. But
right,
yeah. I mean, it prevents death, and it most definitely maybe even gets you a kill along with it. So, well, not a useful skill, but it's going to be Prax right now.
A little 1v1 here.
Oh, in blue, waiting. And what a shot onto Matterbox. Not expected. And it's also a pre-fire, which just adds the cherry on top.
Worst gun in the game.
Worst gun in the game.
And he's able to win it out.
He's built different. What can we say? And along with that, the mirror is also going to be taken out in the bathroom. Not the player, the mirror window is going to be getting dropped in bathroom from below. So Arsenal right now, please don't let the crouch walk happen again.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna see. And maybe that's why Prax is playing the UMP. I mean, maybe they're just nerfing him a little bit because, as you can see, he is stealth fragging right now on Vega with the UMP. So I'm curious to see what's gonna happen right now. And it looks like the entire team is just gonna run it through the breach. The defense is ready for it though, and the C4 is gonna go off towards the main stairs. A 5v3 right now. And a flurry of kills actually. 2 players are gonna go down from the attackers. A 3v2 right now. Thermite is on the side and they're just clueless. They're looking everywhere. They're trying to clear all the angles and I'm not even sure what just happened.
I mean, it was very surprising, to say the least. I mean, it was just breach the hole, go in.
I mean, we had a top-down view and we were surprised, bro.
True, we was
And
definitely
we can see through walls and everything.
And we still didn't know it was gonna happen, but hey, it wasn't the best idea though. As NeedOne, there was a C4, there was angles, and
Yeah,
with
they
that,
were so ready for that.
it feels like they just knew it was gonna happen.
No, it's not that they weren't really expecting it. They just that the site was really ready, and in terms of like the rotations and the players themselves knowing where all the angles are at and what angles they need to be holding. And it looks like as soon as they heard that thermite charge and the EMP go off, everyone were just ready and in position, and they were just ready to win their own gunfights. And at that point, it's just like it kind of makes it easy, because the entire point of the strat of rushing through the wall like this is A, you're relying on the fact that probably not a lot of players are on site, which was not true because there were 3, and B, you're probably relying on the fact that it's a surprise, and it really wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, in the end, it still, you know, ended up a good win for Vega. It was kind of close, to be honest, up until it came down to that 2v3 situation where the attackers were literally just having to guess where the defenders were, as the defenders mostly had intel on them. But still, yeah, I mean, besides that, let's also get on to actually a bit more of the strat. I mean, besides the Thorn shotgun, which is a bit cursed to see, especially with her having... Yes?
You would say it's out of the ordinary?
I would so, I think. I mean, the Uzi she has is pretty strong. I would think so. And I mean, you can pick different operators with the shotgun, as the Thorn with it is going to be getting taken by Nomad. And of course, joins YMK in the 6 feet under group chat, as of course it's going to be Flores getting down and taken out.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the Harbingers, but sorry, that's not a Harbinger. I thought it was Ace for one moment. But we still have 2 Harbingers for the attackers here on the board. So 4v3, a pretty decent roam clear, and a lot of time on the clock here. So a lot of room to work with here. So we're gonna see where they're gonna take it. 1:30 on the clock. They still have the buck here, so a lot of time to clear out all the possible angles and make everything really comfortable when they're pushing towards the sites.
Yeah, I am a bit discouraged by the fact that YMK is out of the match, though. Zami could have been a very useful tool. I mean, the barriers coming in this late would have been definitely great. The K tries to trick it, you know, tries to take up the claw, but it gets destroyed just in time. And now comes the Heartbreach. Now it's going to be a late impact trick, which doesn't seem to work out. And Malusi is kind of stuck.
Oh, Kate has the info on the main stairs player for sure. Oh, no, he definitely saw that player running off. Yana is stuck right now. She's just stuck between both of these angles. It depends on how Wama is gonna decide to approach this, but they definitely know where one of these players is playing right now. At 3v3 though, as one of the defenders is gonna go down here. Sorry, one of the attackers is gonna go down here. 20 seconds here, and Wama is still gonna hold down to the side, so it's a full turtle. He's gonna take down another one here. Ibana dropped down, and it looks like she's fully on side here. Ben is gonna try and win that gunfight off, but from the main stairs, it doesn't look like it's gonna happen, and they just need to clear out the ace now, and it's gonna happen for sure. Wait, what? Wait.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, the Wamai one, right? The
Wamai-
defense one.
Yes, defense did win.
Right. Because the kill cam was on Ace, and I was like, wait, what? What's
Yeah,
happening?
the Wamai and the Ace kind of traded. I mean, he downed
Right.
the Wamai, but still, I mean,
Still doesn't make sense. You would probably want the kill cam on Wamai then.
probably, but you know, it's Siege after all, so.
Right.
nothing really good.
Okay. No, I was confused because I saw both
Yeah,
both
yeah.
kills coming in from the Wamai, and I'm like, wait, am I seeing Ace's gun right now on my screen?
Yeah.
But regardless, good defense by Vega, and it looks like they're bringing it back a little bit. It's already a 4-5, and I mean, defense looks pretty comfortable for them.
Reinforced.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. I was gonna mention, yeah, Vega right now, they have been doing really good on defense. I mean, they seem to be bringing it back. NeedOne in the past 3 rounds managed to win one of them, but after that, Vega has been clapping back harder than ever, as of course, we're going into Bar, which, you know, believe it or
That's
not,
a difficult one.
believe it or not, used to be a meme site, but now it could very easily be considered a lot better than this.
I just cannot see it. You have to convince me, man. You need to play with me and just convince me in game.
I'm done with Siege.
How many times am I gonna ask you on stream to play with me after this stream?
Look,
Until you
on
say
a
yes.
weekend, on a weekend when we're gonna be playing ranked in this, just
Okay,
in the
okay, on the
server,
weekend.
I'll
So
join.
tomorrow,
Probably
the day after,
maybe.
on Friday.
We'll see. We'll talk about it after. Let's actually focus
Okay.
attention on these players. I mean, they're trying their best. They're sweating right now, spilling blood for our entertainment. That sounds really cruel.
Oh Jesus Christ! They're not gladiators.
Yeah, I was gonna
right?
say.
Yeah. That's not what they're doing. They're just playing a video game. But I mean, of course, everything is serious here, and both teams definitely want to win and prove to the other Frenchmen that they are the better French team, right?
Yeah.
That's what's at stake here. And of course, as we said before, if Vega loses, then ILS is able to proceed.
Yeah. It's right now all up to NeedOne, and they need to step their game up. They have not been doing so, especially with the early frags. They've been getting dropped onto themselves with, of course, the previous round kind of being the perfect example for it. They kind of need to, be the one delivering these early frags, not flags, as, yeah, I mean, the
Red
zombie
flags, green flags, all the flags.
all the flags. The zombie getting taken out so early last round was not probable, especially with the power she possesses, as right now the execution is coming to a close, but these castles seems to be very time-wasting as one kill comes from YMK, as Price gets taken out by Thomas, and not much of a change. I mean, it's just a bit of a trade.
Yeah, a bit of a trade, but I mean, always a trade is an advantage for the attackers, but not the clock right now being on 50 seconds. It doesn't feel like we're any closer to the plant going down, especially with Alibi being on the top floor here. So she has a lot of potential to create some chaos in this round, and it looks like we're gonna get ready to execute as soon as possible here. Lion is gonna struggle with the gunfight on the castle there. He's gonna do some work with that but Castle is gonna go down regardless. And another gunfight here on the main stairs here. 20 seconds on the clock. Plant went down. Ash is on the top floor right now, and it looks to be like a tough situation for defense right now. A 2v3 for Thermite and Ash is holding from the top floor here on the hatch. She should be able to. Oh no, she dropped off. It's a 2v1 right now, but they know where Ash is playing. She's gonna get the second one. Will she be able to get the third? No, she won't. And okay, that was a nice try, but Vega is gonna be able to win another round, and it's gonna be 5-5 right now.
Yeah, Vega's bringing it back heavier than ever. I mean, that Ash was so close to taking off the zombie's head, but of course, not so easily, as Vega Esports is going to be putting it back to a 5-5 score. And like we mentioned, defense is going so well for them, like butter, smoothly. And of course, with that in mind, NeedOne is going to be taking their timeout because, I mean, they lost 3 rounds in a row, and it's kind of rare to see timeouts in T4, which I'm happy that they're using it, even though okay, we have to waffle on about for a minute or so. It still doesn't matter. It's good to take your time. It's good to talk about what's wrong and why are you losing consistently. It's also good to kind of shut down Vega's this rush that they've been having, because if you don't manage to shut it down, they're just gonna keep it going up until they win.
To me, it feels like Vega just has a little bit of a better understanding of how to play defense on the map right now.
Yeah,
It just feels like everything they're doing is more effective. Like if you think about the way they played bedroom, right? Top floor, they they held the top of the metal stairs, right? They reinforced CCTV and everything, just like NeedOne did. But they didn't put all the focus of the whole towards cache and CCTV. They had a lot of focus on Logi. They had the mirror window over there. They had a lot of players holding down from inside the site towards cache and CCTV. They weren't investing too much into CCTV and cache in terms of utility, and I feel like things like that are just what's winning Vega the rounds right now. I feel like not actually the players playing better necessarily in terms of individually, but it feels like the strategy is more cohesive and just more effective on Vega's side, or at least on defense.
Yeah, it seems like they have a better comprehension of how everything seems to flow, and especially how to react off of the attackers doing a certain push. I mean, if the attackers decide to do a split there, maybe focus a bit more on there, they seem to have a way better of a reaction to it, and way better how to handle the aggression, the defensiveness on these attacks. And although, okay, we can't really consider missing shots and stuff like that a mistake. Well, it is a mistake, but it's not something that's major, like, messing up a breach.
It also just not.
Now
no,
that
that's unlucky.
that would be called a mistake.
That's an unfortunate one.
It is an unfortunate one, though. True. Yeah, falling off there, and that HP could impact Ash quite heavily, especially because she's such a frag-heavy operator.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, she relies a lot on her being able to go first in or second in and win out the gunfights. And with her being 1 HP right now, it's definitely gonna make things way more difficult, especially with the score being 5-5. And NeedOne are really struggling right now to get that first kill and get things rolling, right? So that's definitely gonna be unfortunate and unlucky. But I mean, Castle's gonna go down first. So as I say that, NeedOne is gonna find their first advantage here in a long time here, and they're gonna take CCTV control really early on here. It doesn't look like Vega is going for the same strategy that they did before, at least not in the same way, because Wama is not playing on top of the metal stairs anymore.
Yeah, I mean, he's right now playing a bit more on to the side. Actually, it seems like everyone just kind of backed off a bit. I mean, CC and Cash are just seized control of. So yeah, Logi is right now going to be the main focus, especially on the defensive side. You want to have some sort of control before, the last execute coming in from the attack. And with that in mind, Logi would be the perfect situation. The windows are getting open. That's where the pressure comes in. That's where the defenders aren't as free to, kind of just run around side as they wish, as it's going to be Null getting one onto the side of ours, and it's going to be Logi starting to getting a very, very heavily contested, although the Wamai should be there to defend it, as Thomas gets one onto Null. A bit of a trade late in there. The kill comes onto, of course, the Wamai, and another onto the side of the defense. I mean, it's a 1v3 right now. NeedOne are in just pure just very Surge, yes, English very much, as of course Bozo is going to be left alone in a 1v3 situation. Not looking too good, as it's going to be Ben
Unfortunate.
finishing it off very nicely. Oh, it all went down. It kind of muffled all my words for a second. That's how quick everything happened. It was an absolute just...
Yeah, definitely. Everything happening just really fast here, but NeedOne getting their first round on attack is, I think, what's important here. I'm pretty sure that's their first one, right? They on maybe it's their second one. Did they finish off the half with the 4-2 scoreline, or
A 4-2
with
score.
a 4-2? So this is their second one, but they didn't
Yes.
get an attack round in a while, right? They got their first one, so they got the 7th round, but they didn't get anything since, and they definitely struggled. But now it's gonna be the real test because of 2 reasons. First of all, it's match points. And again, I feel like Vega has the better understanding of how to play the map right now. And second of all, NeedOne is attacking Church this time. So the basement floor, and that's definitely a better side than bedroom.
Yeah.
Both historically and as well for both of these teams in this match right now. So we're gonna see how NeedOne is gonna answer back here, because they will need to come up with something new in order to win this round. Because what they did before, if you remember, with the hard breach on the floor and the C4s going up and all of that didn't work, and I don't think that's gonna work again.
No, I don't think it will, and I mean, last time it was also a bit of a failed impact trick that was just a bit of a timing mistake, so if that doesn't happen again, they could be in really big trouble. I do like the quick clear right there. We already have Diana taking it into her own hands, you could say it, as quick as possible. I mean, the droning's coming out. We do have intel, or at least some sort of knowledge that people are on the top floor. You need to clear them out. And it's gonna be these flanks, like right now on or these pushes from the defenders that are gonna be very deadly. Oxy does take some damage and does get taken out by Matter Rocks, and of course, a very early kill, which is not good.
Yeah, Matarox is gonna take him early on, and that's gonna be Wamai down. I mean, 2 minutes on the clock here, and NeedOne is already feeling, they're kind of smelling the blood, right? A 5v3 already. And that's a situation you love to be in right now if you're NeedOne, and especially if you're ILS. It's just 3 more to go, and they have so much map control here. But the flank here, they're gonna catch Matarox off guard here, and he's gonna go back to blue side here. So, I mean, the Vega on the defense still has a chance here.
Yeah, I mean, they did manage to kind of refund one of their players back with a slide back on the Oryx, or not the Oryx, my mistake, on the Flores, as, I mean, it's still a very good operator, especially for late game, although the Wamai and the Zami with their charge-up abilities are going to be a bit of unfortunate, and a very nice angle onto, right now, Pozo, and he couldn't even see the sledge, I do believe, so it's, or the Thatcher, so it's gonna be quite unfortunate, as right now, I mean, the defenders are stuck downstairs. The verticality is coming out. They still have most of their gadgets and utility up. So what do you really do in this situation?
Yeah, and a lot of time on the clock right now. I mean, you just get aggressive. You try to get as many gunfights as you can. Try to isolate these attackers and just try to bring the fight to them. You know, don't let them get comfortable here, and don't let them take any more map control. But it doesn't look like that's what's gonna happen right now. It looks like Kate is just gonna hold down to his spot though, but he knows that there are players in tunnel. At least he knows that there is one. So he's gonna wait patiently here, wait for the drop, and maybe wait for a gunfight to present itself. They won't be able to even get one on the hatch here. It will be a 1v3 here, so it's the last Vega player here on the board. The Fuser is being planted here. He's gonna try and fight on the main stairs, but to no avail with half of his HP being still in this game right now. He's gonna try and win out this round, but he won't be able to. The attackers are gonna close it out a 7-5, a beautiful round, and I mean, they're able to answer back.
Oh yes. I mean, okay, for a second it seems like Vega was making a bit of a comeback, but that it seemed like that timeout was definitely worth it, as of course it's going to be NeedOne finishing it off with a nice 7-5 score, and just perfect. I mean, it looked nice. You know, they did a good job.
Perfect for ILS.
Yeah, it very much is. But without further ado, I think it should be the analyst and the host taking away any second. So yeah, we'll be seeing you soon.
This time it was me. This time it was not the interviewee. It was me. My bad. All right. Welcome back to the desk. I'm just going to repeat myself. Tight game yet again. We've nearly gone to 2 overtimes today, and that's going to be the decider for Group B. NeedOne, they take the win just about, and that means that IS are through. IS, they must be really happy. Must have had a lot of weight dropped off their shoulders thanks to that win. And so, very quickly, I'll pass it to Pasta. What do you have to say about this game and potentially the MVP?
Well, first of all, this game, we brought it up on the broadcast, great news for Ilez. They are through to the playoffs. Vega, they fell at the final hurdle, unfortunately. And that means that they are going to be eliminated from the competition in the group stage, but they still gave it a very good go. However, looking at the MVP, there's only really one player it can be, and it's Arzen. 13-7, 1.42 rating, and I'm just going to quickly check the cost here as well. 83% cost. So 83% of the rounds, which means there's only 2 rounds he didn't have an impact in. Overall, just great player, great game from them, and NeedOne Agency. They left with a win, which is also good considering last time they played Vega Gamers Assembly, it was a 7-2 win for Vega. So this has got to feel good for many, many reasons.
Yep, certainly. Absolutely, just one of the games, one of the games of all time. The French Derby. We expected this to be going somewhere along the lines of this, but NeedOne really pulled out all the stops except for maybe having some of the wrong skins. I think that little altercation was quite funny with Arzen. He was playing really well. If he can get the correct skins equipped for the game days, then he will be unstoppable. Because the only thing that stopped him realistically on the defense was his own team. They had to get rid of him once, and so NeedOne, they weren't playing at full capacity, I don't think, because they simply didn't need to. This wasn't a game that mattered to them. All they could do was gatekeep Vega, and that's exactly what they did. They played for their pride, and they played very well. They still gave it their best effort, and I think they were probably just experimenting around with what they can get away with, and they got away with a lot. And so this is a lesson that Vega are going to have to learn the hard way. As we say that, I think the clips are about ready, so I think, Noctish, we can go and discuss the clips a little bit. The first clip that we will get into is the 1v2 flank, or the 2K flank that came out from the Thorn.
Yeah, so first, before I actually talk about the clip, I want to say, Vega, hello. Um, they come back from 5v2 to 5v5, but lost is 7-5 anyway. It is a loss, but I believe this performance was not something that a team which can proceed into the playoffs should actually show from themselves. I had a high standards for them, but it kind of failed me, my expectations. But yeah, about the clips. So we get into the point that, as you see, their lack of information uh, is huge. There is no flank cam. There is not people droning the rafter or possible entries to where two people has already positioned. So this is the main problem that we could see the whole over the game. As people fail to communicate, fail to sync, and fail to have the support that is needed for entries. But the second clip is the Yana flank, which which was interesting. Uh, Still, you see there is no one on the cams. There is no bulletproof
Again,
cam,
yeah.
beeper, or any piece of utility that actually warn the defenders that, yeah, there is a possibility of the push. Someone is pushing, and also something that I actually felt that impacted this game hugely was lack of offside hold and presence. So you would see people actually running around, playing other places, bomb size entries, etc., but not actually committed to it. We have seen many rounds that the defense went into um, the defense went into actual um hold CC hold, sorry, but still they just push back way early. So I believe it was one of the key moments that Vega lost many rounds.
Yeah, I think good point that you're making. Just too many oversights in too many different places. And so that came back to haunt them multiple times. As you pointed out, I think there's a very good correlation between what we saw in round 2 with that flank very early on from the Thorn, being able to find 2 picks that were just completely unobserved. There's so many drones on the board. Why are none of them in position to hold that? And then vice versa, you have on the attacking half just a main stairs lurk that ends up punishing the Mira inside of bathroom, ends up completely tearing the site apart, and yet again costs them very, very important rounds. The fight back was certainly admirable, going from the 2-5 back to the 5-5 scoreline. They seem to have figured out something, but then I don't know what exactly it was, but they lost their momentum again. And from there, they weren't able to
Exactly.
recover.
Yeah, exactly. The point that he made that Vega for a couple of minutes find the synergy
Yeah.
and points that they needed to make this a comeback. But unfortunately, the momentum that which needed to be kept up didn't happen. So when you lose someone or one player, two player on a flank or on a push, you need naturally go shouting that yeah, there's a flank, someone coming up, Yana inside, something like that. That's the adrenaline that is pumping up and going nuts. But still, the lack of attention to the calls even at some point cost Vega the whole game.
Yeah. All those things considered, it was Vega's game to win. It was Vega's game to take. NeedOne didn't really play for anything. They just played their game that they were comfortable with, and that was enough because there was so many openings that were read into, and like you said, it felt like Vega found their composure for a bit, but then they lost it again. It's like for just a few moments it was there. We could see how good this team can be, and we could see that they're a team that's worthy of going to the playoffs. But then they lost that spirit right when they needed it the most. And I don't know if that's down to pressure. I don't know if that's down to how they played the map, or if it could be down to other factors like exhaustion. Because for a few rounds on the defense, YMK was back to the way he was on Oregon, as I saw him on Monday, and that guy is terrifying. YMK is terrifying when he's playing his A game, and Prax on top of that on the attack is very, very proficient at finding these picks, but they're not able to play the strategy game correctly. I don't think they can play the macro well. They can play the micro well. They can also play really well around, gunfights and getting kills and mechanical aim. But the problem is the macro game. They don't know where they're going sometimes, and they don't know what they need to be aware of sometimes. And that just leaves two wide gaps for teams like NeedOne to absolutely exploit that. And so, fair is fair to NeedOne. They absolutely deserve this. I don't know if the interview is ready. All right, interview is ready, so I think we'll be throwing to that. I'll go and ask a few questions that are burning on my mind. It'll just be me. We won't have a cam, but I think we should still be able to hear. Yes, bonsoir, Ben. How do you... Oh, yes. Okay, bit of a tech issue. Need to just join the video ninja so we can get the audio. So, just for everyone watching, I can hear him. You guys can't. We just need to get his audio into the correct setting so that you guys can hear him as well. In the meantime, I don't know if we can quickly pull Noctish back on the desk. If
Yeah,
Noctish
I'm
could wait
here,
for a
but
bit.
just my cam is off right now. I was trying to do
Okay,
something,
if
so
we've
yeah, no
Noctish
worries.
joining. Pasta, is there anything that you would like to note? I'm just
I'm back.
running out of topics at the moment because I didn't fully track the entry kills. It was very back and forth in this game.
Yeah, I mean, I can
It
just
was.
have
It
a
was.
look
Also,
quickly
I
at
wanted
that,
to
obviously,
point it out
because we
something
do
that
track that
was
a lot. Actually, there
kind
is a
of
player
interesting for me.
I would
It
say.
was Thorn playing
Oh,
shotgun
yeah, I'd
all the
agree.
time. Yeah. So you know, I believe I don't know, Pastor, if you agree with me, but sometimes you need to count on situation where the operator that you don't expect play as the clutch situation, and that shotgun is not a good option.
Yeah, I know. We saw it in a match a few days ago as well, where you had Jaeger shotgun on those blue stairs, but then they had to try and hold a long angle with the pistol. So, yeah, not necessarily ideal, but it looks like I will throw it back to Reaper because we will have the interview coming through now.
Hopefully we have the tech issue sorted out. Again, once more. Bonsoir.
Yeah. Hi.
All right, I think you can be heard on stream now, so I
Okay.
get to go and ask you your questions. First of all, congratulations on your win. I know that
Thanks.
it doesn't get you through to the playoffs, but still, it was a French derby. It was playing for dignity, and so that's going to be my very first question. What mindset did you go into this game with? Because you don't really play to get into the playoffs, but do you try and play to gatekeep Vega? Are you just experimenting with things, or are you just trying your hardest to use it as aim practice, whatever you can? So just run me through what the mindset was going into this game.
You said exactly the thing that we were thinking. The terms French derby. It was exactly that because my structure, NeedOne, and Vega's structure are two structures which like they love like tilting each other's and put some pics on Twitter and things like that. And for this match, there had a lot of communication around this game and a lot of pressure for the players as us. Even if we had nothing to play, we wanted to beat them because they beated us like last on the Gamer Assembly, a French LAN, and we wanted to take the revenge and we wanted to win for NeedOne. So we wanted this game because it was the French derby, and even though we were not playing the playoff, we knew that they were, and we wanted to win for our ego and not like going out of the tournament with zero win. So we wanted to play our game without pressure, without like things in the mind, just play the game and try to win, and it was perfect.
All right, beautiful. So you were playing to get back at Vega. You were playing to show that you're capable of still keeping up with this league, and I think you've certainly proven it today. You've really exploited the gaps that existed within Vega structures on both attack and defense, and that's something that I want to come to right now. There was a big flank in the mid round of round 2. There was a Thorn that was on top rafters and just immediately went for server and got a 2K on 2 people that were just not even looking the right way. Was there any info on that, or was that used off of sound and timing, just trying to manage the game sense for that Thorn to get the picks, or did you have any specific info?
You mean the round where we were defending and we flank them?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. I know the round. It was me. It was with Thunderbird, and I was like, we knew that they were going on the map from the garage as they did just every time, and so I knew that, and I knew that the timing that I had to go was the one when they go in CCTV, they will not be able to watch the camera from their flank and to drone the top with the roaming extra. So I was like lounge, and I went garage, and I was hearing them on CCTV like playing with their drones, shooting on the walls, things like that. And I was like waiting just to the man who were in CCTV to take the drones, because I knew that he would be able to hear me when I'll go in the CCTV. So I was waiting on the garage's window. And when I heard him like taking the drones, I was flanking him. But I knew that there were a drone on garage, but it wasn't taken, and I was watching it, but it wasn't taken. I don't know how it was possible on the gameplay, but I just did that because I knew that they were not be able to take the info of me.
All right, thank you for that insight.